Alice in Wonderland, published by Miles Kelly. Illustrated by Federica Tanania. Alice was sitting in the shade of a grand old oak tree. She was listening to her sister reading aloud, and she was very, very bored. At that moment, a white rabbit ran past. How curious! He was dressed in a waistcoat and was carrying a pocket watch. "I'm late," he cried. "I'm late. I'm late." Alice decided to follow the rabbit. Suddenly, he disappeared into a large hole. Alice peered into the hole, wishing she could see where the rabbit had gone. Then, the soft earth gave way, and Alice began to fall. Down, down, down she went. Help! Alice felt like she would never reach the bottom until suddenly, Alice found herself in a long corridor with doors on both sides. She spotted a tiny key. Ouch! I'm late. Alice picked up the small key. It must be for that tiny door, but however will I fit through? Thought Alice. Then Alice saw a small bottle. The tag on the bottle read, "Drink me." So, she did. Alice suddenly shrank to the perfect size to fit through the door. I've shrunk. But now Alice no longer had the key, as she had left it on the table. Then she saw a cake with the words, "Eat me." So, she did. Alice grew so tall that her head hit the ceiling. Alice wondered what she should do next when she saw the white rabbit again. The rabbit pulled a big bunch of keys out of his pocket. He unlocked a little door, went through, and then shut the door behind him. Alice drank a little more from the bottle until she was small again. She quickly unlocked the door and ran after the rabbit. She found herself in a beautiful garden. Alice couldn't see the white rabbit, so she wandered around the garden looking for him. Suddenly, she heard a voice. "Who are you?" asked a caterpillar. "I am Alice," Alice replied. "Can you help me find my way home? I should so like to be normal-sized again." "You are normal-sized," said the caterpillar grumpily. "Thank you very much." "Oh, I'm sorry," said Alice. "I didn't mean to offend you." The caterpillar turned its back on Alice. "Find the Cheshire Cat," he said. Alice turned around and saw a very strange sight. It was a cat floating in midair. "Excuse me," said Alice. "Can you help me?" "Maybe I can," said the cat with a large, toothy grin. "Maybe I can't." "Could you tell me how to get home?" asked Alice. "Maybe the Hatter will know," said the cat, wafting his tail towards a table set for a tea party. "But now I really must be going." And with that, the cat disappeared. Alice ran over to the table laid for tea. At one end sat a man in a top hat and a hare. Asleep on the table was a little dormouse. "Who invited you?" said the Hatter. "There's no room." "But there is plenty of room," Alice argued. Suddenly, the dormouse woke up. "Time for tea," he cried, and the hare and the Hatter suddenly got up and switched seats. "See," cried the Hatter. "No room." Alice was growing tired of this odd place. She spotted a strange-looking door in a tree trunk. "I don't want any tea anyway," she said. "I'm leaving." Alice pushed the door and stepped into the grounds of a large palace with red rose bushes. Alice spotted a playing card. He was painting one of the white roses red. "What are you doing?" asked Alice. "The Queen of Hearts only allows red roses in her garden," said the playing card. Alice picked up a paintbrush to help when suddenly the Queen appeared. "What are you doing in my garden?" she bellowed. "She's come for the game," said the playing card. The Queen led Alice to a lawn where a game of croquet was in play. Flamingos were being used as mallets on hedgehogs as balls. Alice was having quite fun time until the Queen shouted, "Where are my jam tarts?" and ran over to Alice. The Queen's face was bright red with anger. "You must have stolen them," she cried. "Take her to the court at once." Alice was taken to a large courtroom surrounded by rows of playing cards. To Alice's amazement, the white rabbit suddenly appeared again. "You are charged with stealing the Queen of Hearts jam tarts," he said. "This is just too silly," said Alice. She pushed one of the playing cards out of her way, and soon all the playing cards were tumbling and falling around her. Alice shut her eyes tight. When Alice opened her eyes again, she found she was back in the shade of the old oak tree. "Alice, have you been sleeping?" asked her sister. "No," replied Alice. "I've been to Wonderland."
Hi, if you like this video, please give this a like and hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified whenever I release a new video.